welcome back to my kitchen. I have one of my favorite vegan recipes for you today. In fact, this is my family's favorite vegan recipe. God bless you. Can I get an amen from the crowd?
Amen.
All right, so it's kale Caesar salad. I adore this. It is so tasty and it's really simple. There's a couple of steps to it. But you know what? It's good enough for a weeknight supper. If it's too many steps, you're too busy, you could make the tofu on, the weekend and throw it in there for through the week, keep it in the refrigerator. It's not a big deal. It'll keep. So, the star of this recipe, of course, is kale. And I like to get the biggest bowl that I own and fill it up with a pound of kale. Alright, so I like to buy this brand, because it's washed already, it's chopped, but you have to go through it because there's an occasional stem like that.
Whoa.
That you don't want to chomp down on because it's like a little piece of wood. It's not as hard as wood, it's a green piece of wood. But just go through, make sure you get all the, if a piece is too big, you want bite-sized pieces. So I'm going to go through all of that. What I like to do is put half the kale or so in the bowl and add my other ingredients, get it coated up a little bit, and then add the rest of it, because if you don't, it's going to go all over the place and you don't want to deal with a mess. In fact, today I was at the store looking for an even bigger bowl than this because we love it so much. We love to make so much that there's leftovers for like a day or two. Because it's so good. You want it to last and last and last. And it does last really well in the refrigerator. Alright, so that's the kale. You're going to need my crispy tofu, which you can find the recipe in the bottom bar. Well, you can find the link to the recipe in the bottom bar. This simulates kind of a hybrid crouton grilled chicken. So that's that. You're also going to need, I like to use a lot of quinoa, but you could use about a cup of quinoa dry and then just follow the directions and cook it. I have a cup and a half here because I like a lot of quinoa. So I have this pre-cooked and it's cooled off a little bit. You don't want it too hot because then it's going to wilt all the kale and it's going to make it all bleh. You don't want that. So another thing that I like to put in this is whole green beans. Unbeknownst to me, I was all out of green beans. So that kind of makes me sad. But you know what? I'm calling in the bench warmers. You know what I got on the bench? Some natural cut French fries. And I think the potato will go really well with the Caesar dressing. So this is the first time I'm putting the...
You're putting the fries in the salad?
The fries in the salad. I know. Groundbreaking! It's going to be great. Trust. Trust. Alright, so that's in the oven right now. And the only other thing left to do, besides putting all those ingredients together, is the dressing. It is the one ring that binds them all together. So you're gonna need a blender or a food processor to do this because you can't do it by hand. You simply cannot do it. So I've got a half a cup of cashews that I've soaked in hot water here. These have been soaking for at least an hour and I drained them. So that's gonna go in. I've also got 2 tablespoons of Nutritional yeast.
Nooch.
That's what they calls it. Alright. And whoops, I like a lot of garlic. I've got about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic here. Good stuff. Don't worry if you don't get all the amounts. All of the amounts are going to be in the info box. A half a teaspoon of Himalayan sea salt. A couple of cranks of pepper there. So that's going to go in. And then capers. This is what gives it that beautiful Caesar taste. I like to put in some of the liquid along with it. And probably I'm thinking about 2 tablespoons, but you could go up to 1/4 cup depending on how briny you want it. I don't want it all that briny because I want the other flavors to get a chance to. So I'm putting about 2 tablespoons of capers in there with some juice. About 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Can never remember if this is the flip top or the little cashew hanging out there. Whether it's the flip top or the screw top. So 2 of those is 1/4 cup. And then the second to final ingredient, some nice olive oil. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of that. And then the final ingredient is 3/4 cup of water. So I'm going to pour that in. I'm going to blend this up. You want to blend this like crazy until it's smooth as a baby's buttock. I'm going to blend it right now. And away we go. We're just sneaking some potatoes because they're so good. Alright, so I'm going to put my quinoa in there.
Whoa.
I know, right? This goes together so quick and you're so ready to eat. And this is kind of like a soup almost because the next day it tastes even better out of the fridge. Because the kale holds up a lot better than lettuce because it's much sturdier green. So it can survive in the refrigerator. You know, with the dressing on it and everything. I wouldn't try this with any other type, you know, like romaine or anything. It's not going to last. Alright, and secret ingredient, some purple onion cut up. This is like 1/3 of a purple onion. You could also use scallion if that's all you have, or if you don't like onion, or if you don't like onion at all, leave it out. Who cares? Alright. So that's going to go in. The beautiful French fries are going to go in. This would be green beans right now, but they're French fries. Trust me, that dressing and the fries. That kale, watch out! It goes all. I mean, that quinoa goes all over. It's going all over. That's why I was looking for a bigger bowl. Nobody had one. I might have to look on Amazon and see if I can find like a giant 55-gallon drum-sized bowl for my kale salad. All right, here goes the chicken croutons, which are really tofu. Remember, the recipe link is in the bottom bar in the info box. Oh, so good. I see Maddie's drooling. I'm going to have to get a little drool bib for her.
Yes.
She's drooling right now. Oh my God. And here's the best part. Oh yeah. That is just amazing. Oh my God. Deliver me. So good. If you guys weren't watching, I'm probably like
What? Oh.
lick the container a little bit because it's just so good.
Save that for later.
Savor that, yeah. Put that in my pocket for later. Oh boy. That is unreal. Alright, so I'm going to get Maddie to taste this. And then I'm going to put the rest of my kale in and mix it up a little bit more, and then we're going to be eating. But I want to see what she thinks with the potato in there. So I will trade the fork for camera. There you go. There's your dinner, baby. Make sure you get a little bit of everything.
Some more kale.
Yeah, the kale's a superstar. Superstar. Yeah, right? Oh, yeah. All right, then. I hope you try this recipe out. It is my family favorite. And until next time.
Much love.
Bye.